Judge Gregg is plotting a strategy to hold up the health reform fixes in the Senate next week. He joins us now from Capitol Hill. Senator, thank you very much.
Andrea, thank you.
You know, the Democrats are saying that this is just obstructionism and that, you have no right to do what you're doing. It's using Senate rules, Senate procedures, but that this is a bill that is coming back to the Senate with very positive things stripped out of it. Why do you want us to take a stand to defend eliminating the Cornhusker deal and the Louisiana Purchase?
I find that fairly difficult to accept when you've got the Speaker of the House saying they're going to pass the bill by not voting on it. At what point does the absurd take on reality?
Actually, what they're saying, Senator, is that they are voting on it. They're voting on the rule, so it is a vote.
Oh, that's absurd, Andrea. You cannot honestly argue that people who are sent to Washington to represent their constituents and to vote on issues of importance, when confronted with the single biggest issue I've ever seen in my experience here, and I've been here 18 years, of domestic policy, aren't able and aren't willing to vote up and down on that bill? I mean, that's not the way government's supposed to work. It's not the way constitutional process is supposed to work.
No matter how it gets to the Senate, once it gets to the Senate, what would be your objection to some of these fixes?
Well, I'm objecting to the entire process and to the bill itself. I'm sure there are things you could improve in this bill, but the bill overall is so bad that there's no improvement you can make to it that makes it justifiable. This bill increases the size of government by $2.6 trillion when we can't afford the government we have. It significantly impacts everybody's insurance, and it significantly impacts the delivery of health care in this country in a way that I think will be very detrimental.
Excuse me, Senator, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but what about the CBO forecast today? I know that you're a long-standing supporter of the Congressional Budget Office.
Yeah.
Do you accept their analysis today that it will save $130 billion in the first 10 years, $1.3 trillion by the second decade?
Well, CBO can only score what it's given. And what it's given her is this fact pattern. If you raise taxes by $150 billion, if you cut Medicare by $1 trillion, and take that money and create a brand new entitlement with it, do you get a net savings? Well, under this bill, you'll get a net savings, but I don't think it's a healthy decision, and I don't think it's the appropriate way for us to go. We can't tolerate that type of increase in taxes, and furthermore, we certainly can't tolerate that type of cut in Medicare when you're taking the money to create new entitlements instead of using it to save Medicare.
Senator Judge Gregg, thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrea.
Stay tuned, because it doesn't look like the Senate side is a done deal at all.